Now, what do you do with these reports once you've got them? Well, here's a warning, first of all. If it works, don't fix it. There are so many reports with so much information that, in fact, you can hurt your creativity and strangle yourself with all of this input before you've even gotten started. The report should be used to just get a feel for the structure and see if it's what you really want to be writing, and then only use the reports when there's a section that you're personally having trouble with. There's no reason to go in there and try and look at every single one of them and make head or tail of all this material. But when you find that you're stuck, when you find there's a place where you just don't know where to go intuitively or what to do, then call up the appropriate report from the list, and when you do, you'll be able to find information that will be instantly helpful in telling you what ought to be there conceptually. Then you can print out the reports to stick to your wall and refer to as you write. You can export any of this material to text files and then further develop it for screenplay or novel format, or export it directly to Movie Magic Screenwriter if you're using that system as well. Now, if this wasn't enough for the reports to do, wait till you see some of them with some of the storytelling in. To give you an example of this, we're going to close the reports window and go over to Open Story, and then we're going to open the Dramatica Story Examples. We're going to move on down here and bring up something most everybody knows, Hamlet. And having loaded Hamlet into our story file, takes a moment, we'll go back to Reports and see what happens with the storytelling included. Now, the very same report that we looked at before suddenly has more information. All the information that was there before is still there, but now we have these words in italics. That's the storytelling information that will be entered by you, the author, or in this case, has been entered about Hamlet by our analysts. Now you'll notice that all three of these buttons are pushed, and we said we'd show you how they worked a little later on. Well, now's the time. This is storytelling, and if we click the storytelling button off, then all of the storytelling vanishes from the report, and no longer do we have those words in italics. Click it on, and the storytelling returns again. The vocabulary and show blank lines functions work the same way. For example, down at the bottom of the screen, we have all of the vocabulary words, and if we shut off the vocabulary, they're gone, no longer down at the bottom. So we can add all the information that we want, and the purpose for this is to be able to print out reports that have just the information you need for reference as you begin to develop your story.